Welcome to Inspiring Narratives, your favorite channel for uplifting stories, renewed hope, and cultivating a deeper connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Discover with me how turning to Allah can lead you to amazing changes in your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back with another uplifting story that will, by the grace of Allah, strengthen your faith and renew your hope, inshallah. Let's start by sending peace and blessings on our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Say it with me. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Get yourself your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's get started with our story. This man wanted to build a new house. He had been living in his old home, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with more money, he decided, I'll build a new place. He wanted to build a nice new home for himself, his wife, and his children. And like anyone, he was thinking, I've worked hard. It's time to enjoy this. But you know, not everyone's happy for you. The people whose hearts are filled with jealousy and envy and hate, they see him building a new home and they think to themselves, no way, we're going to let him enjoy this. What did they decide? They decided we'll make his life a living hell. They wanted to ruin his life, his wife's life, and his children's lives. They assume it's a simple task as consulting sorcerers and using black magic to interfere with his life without any thought of what they are actually doing. Their plan was to ensure he wouldn't sleep at all, day or night. These people are basically challenging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when they go to sorcerers and magicians like this. They think that they can somehow overpower the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but forget that nothing can harm anyone unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills it. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, but they do not harm anyone through it except by the permission of Allah, in Surat Baqarah. They intended to bring harm upon this person's entire family. Here's what they did. While the house was still being built, just brick walls, they decided to hide the magic. They dug small holes in the red bricks of the house, placed the magic spells inside, and then sealed it up. So once the family moved into the new home, the magic would be activated and they'd start feeling sick, exhausted, and totally miserable. The man, his wife, and his children were feeling terrible, but couldn't figure out why. They went to doctors, one after the other, but no one could explain what was wrong with them. They were getting treatments left and right, but nothing worked. Then someone suggested maybe it's not something physical but spiritual. He advised him to seek advice from a scholar. So he went to a few different scholars and they confirmed that it indeed was black magic. They tried to help him, but it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't written for his healing to come through this avenue. They couldn't help him. It wasn't until one particular sheikh advised the man, you've tried everything. Now I recommend you read Surat al-Baqarah. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, read Surat al-Baqarah, for reciting it regularly is a blessing, and forsaking it is a cause of regret, and the magicians cannot withstand it. Desperate, the man started reading Surat al-Baqarah regularly, especially in the living room of the house, the exact spot where he and his family would sit the most. The first day went by, the second, and then the third. After that, something strange started happening. The walls of the house began to crack and peel. At first, he thought it was just a normal defect, something wrong with the plastering of the wall, but the cracks got worse. After about a week of reading Surat al-Baqarah, the cracks got really bad. He called the construction worker to check it out, and they told him, we'll have to break this wall down and fix it. So they started breaking the wall open. As they were breaking the plaster, and by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the magic spell hidden in the wall fell out right in front of everyone's eyes. The man took the magic and destroyed it. The whole family finally found peace. May Allah heal all those affected by black magic. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. People can be so cruel, going to sorcerers just because they're filled with jealousy and hate. They're willing to pay money to destroy someone's life. How evil can people really get? They'll even go to the point of sacrificing their dignity to these sorcerers. And let's be real, sometimes the sorcerers ask for crazy things in return. A woman might even end up giving up her honor just to get some spell cast to ruin someone's life. People get so consumed with envy over their neighbor's success or their cousin's new house, and they just snap thinking, how can I ruin their happiness? It's sad, but at the end of the day, no one can hurt anyone without the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And be warned. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, avoid the 7 great destructive sins. The people asked, O Messenger of Allah, what are they? He said, number 1, to associate others with Allah, shirk. Number 2, to practice sorcery. Sorcery is one of the major sins that carry heavy consequences in this life and in the next, unless of course a person sincerely repents. As for the rest of this hadith, I'll leave it in the comments below. Just like the Quran says, say never will we be struck except by what Allah has decreed for us. He is our protector, and in Allah let the believers put their trust. If you are feeling restless, sick, or experiencing any difficult situations with no explanation for them, then I would definitely recommend reading Surat al-Baqarah. Even if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you, I would still recommend reading Surat al-Baqarah if you want your life to be blessed even more with endless blessings. This brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so do leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.